Everyone, welcome to another Unicult Wishing Well ritual gathering. Today we will be manifesting the transmutation of our own energy. We are going to be manifesting the transmutation of any energy that we have within our bodies, within our minds, within our spirits, that we are not quite happy with, anything that's not serving us, anything that's kind of taking up room per se, clouding our judgment, just not bringing us happiness or joy or fulfilling us in any way. We're going to take that energy and we're going to help it be able to transform into something else, something a little bit more beneficial, for you personally, and therefore ultimately being more beneficial for humankind. So everybody, I hope you found a comfortable position. Let's start just by taking a few deep breaths. A few deep breaths, and we're going to transition into some more normal, calm breathing. Welcome, everyone. You are all about to probably experience the most potentially stressful flight of your life. The flight's going to be leaving any second. We're not even packed. We better pack. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to reach inside of yourself. Look around for any feelings that you might have right now, feelings of feeling rushed. Are we going to miss the flight? What about any other feelings? Do you feel incomplete? Is there anything missing? Is there anything you've been having to focus on lately that you don't want to focus on, but maybe you have to for survival? Maybe it has to do with your job. Maybe it has to do with pleasing somebody else in your life, but doesn't exactly please you. How do you feel about the way that you present in the world? Are you ever concerned about maybe how other people perceive you? Do you have any insecurities? How do you feel about the way you look? When you look in the mirror, are you satisfied, dissatisfied? How do you feel? How do you feel about your productivity? How do you feel about the current state of your home? Any of those thoughts and any of those feelings that you recognize, I need you to take them out of your being. We're going to put them into this bag, but it's part of us, so we got to take the bag with us. So any self-loathing, any self-hate, the lack of patience that we have for ourselves, the fact that maybe we don't want to be where we're at in our life. I hate just thinking things like I hate my job, I hate where I'm living, I hate the situation I'm in, I hate all the food that I have in my house, I hate the fact that I can't buy the things that I might want to buy, I hate that I can't be with the people that I want to be with. Take a moment and really focus on those feelings and those emotions. And we're not going to completely separate them from ourselves. because they're valid, and you can't undo all those thoughts and all those programs overnight. We are going to put them in the bag for now. Put them in the bag for now. We're not going to worry about them. Put them in the bag. We're not going to worry about them. It's going to take about a minute for everybody to really think about what these concepts and what these thoughts are for them personally. We're going to be silent for a minute and just really think about whatever that is and put it in your bag. I'm going to start the minute right now. All these negative thoughts that you've collected about yourself or your life, just imagine if these things were tangible. How would they feel in this bag? Imagine the weight. And notice the bag getting heavier. If it's a larger bag, maybe it's harder to pick it up off the ground or off your lap now. It's in your hands. Notice it's taking a little more energy to hold your hands up with the bag. We have to recognize that this weight sits in our bodies all the time. Although sometimes it may lay dormant, that's extra weight that's putting a physical restraint on our beings, both physical and spiritual. And don't even get me started on how it can weigh down the mind. Oh my goodness, we've taken so much time packing. We need to leave for our flight right now. Luckily, the tunnel's just beyond us. Take a few more deep breaths. While you have your bag, imagine that there's a tunnel in front of you and it's surrounded by what appears to be somewhat of a bright light, kind of like a bright light from outside maybe, but the tunnel itself is dark. It's dark, a little bit dingy, has a little bit of a foul smell. All of a sudden, you're not feeling so great about going into the tunnel. You can't really see in there. This is the flight we're supposed to be getting on, right? All right. Take a few steps forward. Oh, that smells a little bit more pungent. This tunnel is damp on the inside, a little bit wet. It's starting to resemble a cave. There are insects on the walls. I'm not sure if they're harmful or not. But you look forward, and although the tunnel is longer than you expected it to be, you do see a little bit of light at the end. So pick up the pace a little bit. Moving closer and closer towards the end of the tunnel. Your feet get stuck in what could be mud or quicksand, but you're able to pick them up and pull them back out again. Now carrying a little bit of the weight of that mud with you on your feet. There it is, the end of the tunnel. All right, we've made it to the airplane. This airplane looks questionable. Is it safe to get on this airplane? Do you know anybody on the airplane? You look around to see that you don't. The walls are a drab gray and inconsistently painted in different tones. This plane has no windows. This plane has no bathroom on board. This plane has one flight attendant whose job seems to be nothing. The flight attendant has a glazed over, questionable look on their face. They appear to be miserable. You make your way through the front of the airplane, find a seat, maybe one of the most uncomfortable seats you've felt before, and then sit down. Get as comfortable as you possibly can. And you hear the captain say, "Preparing for takeoff." Please put your tray tables up and your seats in the upright position. As you're taking off, you notice a little bit of that foul smell came with you onto the plane, although you're kind of starting to get used to it now. Guess all there's left to do now is sit back and enjoy the flight. The plane takes off. You go up into the air. It's fine. It's fine. You can't really see out the window. Not really sure where you are. You definitely don't want to talk to any of these other people on the plane. They all seem oddly quiet, oddly unapproachable. Are they? We'll just continue to enjoy the flight. Should we ask for something to drink? There's nothing to drink on this plane. Nothing to eat. Ask for a pillow or a blanket? Well, it turns out airports altogether don't really supply those anymore. All you've got is this bag of stuff that we don't really like either with us. All of a sudden, you feel the plane begin to shake a little bit. Maybe a little bit of turbulence, and then a little bit more, a little bit more. All of a sudden, you notice your body swaying back and forth because there's recognizably more turbulence and more turbulence. You're starting to wonder if this is a safe flight at all. And you hear the captain say, "Everyone, put on your oxygen masks. This plane may be going down." So the oxygen mask comes down. Put on your oxygen mask over your face. Take a few deep breaths. At first, while bracing yourself for the crash landing. Two more good deep breaths. And release. Release all the tension in your body. Breathe normally and feel your body falling from the sky along with this airplane. And somehow you still have your bag with you. And then you don't. If you're holding your bag, now's a good time to drop it. If your bag is next to you on the floor, forget its existence. If it's next to you on a table, forget its existence. That bag is far away from you. It's somewhere else on the outside of the plane. You are also somewhere else outside of the plane, still falling, still falling, still falling, still falling. And then darkness, nothingness. All of a sudden, everything that you felt before, it's not there anymore. Maybe you don't feel bad about the way you look, but you don't really feel anything about the way that you look. Maybe the food you have in your house doesn't really matter as much anymore. All that pain, all that resentment that you had, it seems to be gone, but it's replaced by something that almost feels to have no value, the absence of value. And then you notice a spot of light. Focus the vision of your third eye on that spot of light. And then that spot of light gets bigger and bigger and bigger in your vision. You notice it's coming toward you. It's getting closer and closer and closer, up into the point where it's completely consumed you. And all of a sudden, you are in a new world. You are in a new reality. It looks strikingly similar to the reality you came from, but all the messes are tidied. The grass is greener, the sky is bluer. You feel overwhelmed with a sense of calmness, peace, serenity. And you notice suddenly you're a little bit more comfortable in your skin. You look around and notice that everything's brighter somehow. Everything's a little shinier. And you look out the nearest window or down the nearest street where people are. And you see them smiling. You see they look welcoming. You see people hugging and forgiving each other. Laughing. Sharing. And seeing these people behave this way warms your heart. You decide to leave your environment for just a little bit, maybe to go on a walk, because it looks so familiar. Now you step outside or down the street just a little ways and look over to your left, and there is a store that you've never seen before and never noticed. You walk into the store, look around, see all kinds of things. A lot of clothing, lots of really cool clothing. Shirts that almost look like they were perfectly tailored for you. Pants, shorts, skirts, and dresses if you wear them. Hats, almost as if somebody took your most favorite parts of your closet, multiplied them, and modeled a whole store after it. So you start to look through the store, pulling out articles of clothing, holding them out in front of your body to examine them, and you're checking for the price tags. And the price tags don't have a price on them. They all have your name on them. They all have your name on them, and you realize that you can take anything in here that you want. So, going a little crazy now, picking up a shirt, picking up some pants, picking up some shoes, and once you're holding it all, you realize this is all great, but something about it just doesn't feel right. There's got to be something else, something else. So you keep searching through the store, and you find, there's a bag there. It looks strikingly similar to the bag that you brought with you on the plane. Weird. Approach the bag, and then you notice, okay, it's pretty much identical to the bag I brought on the plane. So you then notice one thing that is different about it. When you look at it at a certain angle, it's got this glowing aura around it, almost a white gold color. You reach out your hands and grab the bag. It's slightly warm to the touch. The texture feels so much nicer on your hands than you remember it feeling before. And it's easy to pick up. Easy to pick up and bring close to you. You open the bag. Start taking a look at what's in there. Because of the fact that you open the bag, you also then start to remember a little bit of everything that you put in the bag and comparing it to what you see in the bag now. You see anger and impatience turn into now peace and patience. Maybe disliking the way that your face looks. Now you're just so grateful to have a face and honor the uniqueness of that face and notice that it's just as honorable as any other face in existence. You notice the bag contains love and forgiveness and a little bit of pride, a little bit of confidence, and a lot of hope. You stare deeper into the bag, and we're going to take a minute now to just really focus on each element in the bag that pertains to us. You're absolutely certain now that every item in this bag, this is what you've been looking for. This is what you've been missing. This is what you haven't been giving yourself. You need this so bad. You need to bring this back to your reality so, so bad. So you take the bag and you run over to the store clerk, who is this beautiful, ethereal being. Somebody unlike anything or anyone you've ever seen before. You approach them and you say, "How much is this bag? I must have this bag." And the store clerk looks at you. They smile. You reach out and put a hand on your shoulder. They look you in the eye and they say, "It's already yours. It's already yours." Suddenly your body jumps. Slowly start to open your eyes. You're back in your reality. Now, if you look around, you can find the bag that you brought. The bag did come back with you into your reality. And now it contains everything that you feel like you're missing. So whenever you feel like you're missing a piece of yourself, or there's something you haven't been giving yourself, patience or self-acceptance, happiness, love, peace, you may not feel like you can put it in your body right now, but you can come back to this bag and know that it is in here. It's not far. It's still a part of you. And it's hard to integrate these things into us all at once. So it's okay to give yourself patience and integrate them back into your body as slowly as you need to. So now you have a bag full of hope. Thank you.